Welcome back, everybody. So I made a slight mistake. I played through the beginning of the game and then realized that I didn't hit the record key. So basically when I got here, I realized it. So I hit record. So far I've only basically played the beta part of it, much the same as before. So I went through and I set up a character and did that kind of stuff. But I recorded that, so talking piece. I still got some work to do with my flying. My flying is not the best for sure. But I think it's one of those that comes with time. I mean, it's kind of why I kind of lost with Warframe, because it's just all the skipping and jumping and all that stuff. I found that when I was in co-ops, I just couldn't keep up. So, and I figured, I still play that from time to time, but not as much. And this game has a little bit of the similarities. I unlocked the javelin, which you'll see here and later. But I just basically picked the first one. So, like I said, I'm fumbling my way through it a little bit, which shouldn't take me long to figure it out. But it's a graphically pleasing game, definitely. The loading screens are quite long.
Here we are,
as I've noticed. All the reviews have basically said it.
If it isn't my favorite freelancer. I hear you've been busy.
Ah, you know how it is, though.
Or basically anything that I've watched have it.
What have you done this time?
Nothing. My armor's fine. Probably. I hope.
Welcome home. You should swing by my amplifier in the Enclave.
Something wrong?
No, not wrong. More like fun.
I don't know what the volume of the dialogue is, so hopefully I'm not talking over it and it's talking over me. I noticed there was some things to look at on the table and pick up, but I didn't do any of that because I wanted to basically just get to the part where I can get back to doing that first mission that you get after you unlock your javelin. Or actually, it's before you unlock your javelin, and then you unlock a new javelin. So, but it's a neat game. I hope it's
Yeah, you see what I mean?
I hope it's I mean I've watched a lot of reviews and everybody says it's very enjoyable. I know it's a year old now, almost a year old or so. So I mean I understand that all these videos have already been out.
How do you quantify fuzzy?
I don't know how much recording I'll do. Depends. I gotta play around with some things. I did realize that my graphics card, or not my graphics card, but my hard drive is not an SSD, which I knew that. I thought it was faster, but it's actually it's a industry strength one that has battery backup and all that stuff, so that it pretty much never die. Kind of bulletproof. So I gotta look into getting an SSD and another one. I have an SSD that has my operating system and all of my programs on it, but I don't have one that have my games on it. So I'll probably pick one up and reinstall a few of my games. Hopefully that'll help.
Day after day after day.
Some people like boring.
Yeah,
Not everyone's cut out to be a freelancer.
it's quite a bit of dialogue. Characters are kind of cool. The graphics of BioWare. I mean,
Every good javelin pilot needs a
they do great anyways.
Look, if I had a suit of my own, I could be out there in the field with you.
Basically, this is just my first play. I
Fine.
thought I'd record a little bit of it, get a video up. Like I said, I'm trying to maintain
We always do.
my everyday video.
Do
So
you ever regret missing out on the glory days?
I'll probably do the mission tomorrow
Back when
and
freelancers were
try to
treated like
record it.
heroes.
see how it comes out.
Contracts would just fall into their
I'm
laps.
sure.
Everywhere they went, they were given respect.
Like I said,
And free sandwiches.
the game's already been played. It's already been documented. It's already been on YouTube. But it's the first for me. So
You know what?
it fits
Why
my
don't you,
bill.
head over to
It's
the forge,
loading a
get
video
the
onto
outfit queued up,
YouTube
so we're
and
ready to roll, and the
getting a
contract
chance to
does
play.
fall into our laps.
Learn, do a little bit more video editing and stuff. Can't really go wrong with that. So hopefully it's enjoyable. Hopefully when they redo it, they won't make everybody buy it again, because that'll make it so that basically you don't. Once that happens, then I think they'd lose a lot of money doing that. I think much like other games, they owe it to the customers to go through and redo it and do it for for nothing, or even a small expansion or something. I don't know. But like I said, so next week the Division has an update. I'm gonna play that Division 2, see what that looks like, if it's a complete wash of the builds or not. And then there'll be another one the following week, and then there'll be a new episode or whatever. So I'm gonna dabble a little bit with a couple different games. So I'm gonna play the ones that are most interesting to me. This one I'm intrigued. I mean, I know there's it's mixed reviews. A lot of people say that there's really nothing to do here. Some people say that there's quite a lot to do. I'm kind of a slow player. I don't rush through content, so I'll explore. When I go to do something, I'll give it a bit of an explore and just basically look stuff over. I like to examine all the map. So much time has been put into the map. I kind of like to just take in all the hard work. The different areas. I know that with the Division 2, I've scoured every inch of the map. Just because it was, it's like I said, there's so much effort put into these games that you really got to take it in.
What are you talking about? I just got a message from you saying to meet you at the forge.
I didn't send any. Why would I want to meet up here? Something's not right.
I'll let the dialogue play.
My name is Tassin.
Do you always travel with a security escort?
Not always. The Sentinels have their uses.
Well, you make a hell of an entrance, I'll give you that.
I have a contract for you, freelancer.
I like to know who I'm working for before I take a job.
Really? From what I hear, two of you will take about any job you can get these days.
What's the job?
An Arcanist has gone missing.
Missing? I thought Arcanists just hung out in labs studying Shaper relics.
Matthias Sumner was investigating some relics at a ruin near the fort. I need you to find him and bring him back home safe.
If he's still alive.
No one knows more about the dangers of Shaper artifacts. I'm confident that knowledge and his own resourcefulness will keep him alive until you find him. What do you say, freelancer? I'll make it worth your while.
Owen? Looks like the freelancer's right again. Well, us anyway.
Excuse me, I just got to... That was excellent. I will go and run my diagnostics. Let me know when you're ready to leave. It was a pleasure.
On behalf of myself and Matthias, thank you for doing this.
Okay. And if I have...
Find Matthias. Trust me, I'm a person you want to know.
But I realized too, I don't know, I picked the first javelin. He's the one that hovers and elementalist. So I thought that might be kind of cool. Even though I've noticed, like I've watched some of the videos with gunplay. The gunplay seems to be really, really cool.
Look who's back in one piece.
Zoe, did you expect me in more pieces than one?
You? Never. I trust you've brought me work. Always good to give your javelin the once-over after a run. What have you done this time?
Just my job.
Fascinating. I never would have guessed.
I just want to be sure everything's in order.
That's what I like to hear. Scars, beasts, relic-based nonsense. Can't be too careful out there. I'll run you some maintenance checks, make sure everything's humming. Won't impact performance, but I'll add moisture-wicking fabric to the internal padding while I'm at it.
Can't argue with that.
Why would you? If you're running headfirst into chaos, may as well be comfy.
Like the way you think.
I have my moments. Go on. I'll run the checks while you're off.
I do find it funny that I go through and ask her to fix it and then just pick a new one. Yeah, Storm. That's the one I went with. I was kind of hoping there'd be more customization as far as colors, but I guess you unlock those as you go. I know in the alpha or the beta, I can only play the Ranger, which was fine. So I thought I'd go with Storm. So once I go through and read all the things, then I picked Storm, and then I go through and I kind of fumble through the colors and try to customize them a little bit. There really isn't much to select, so I didn't really get to do a whole lot with them. But I don't know. It's a really neat game. I mean, for the price it's going for now, I couldn't really pass it up. In my opinion, I felt I'm on the other end now. It's like I said earlier how in another video how I bought the Division, at a pre-buy price, and then 2 months after it came out, I bought it for a friend of mine, for $30, and now, the Anthem guys that pre-bought and all that stuff, because I was so close to pre-buying this game, but I went with the Division. So, but to get it now at that cheaper rate, but so I mean I can feel the Anthem guys, if they paid the whatever the first price was. But I don't know. I just hope it's a lot of fun. I hope I can get some playability. I mean, if I go through the whole game, I mean, it's for $15. You can barely go watch a movie now, So I'll have a lot of time into this game, I'm sure. Looks fun. I'm actually gonna talk to a couple of my buddies and see if they'd want to get it too, just to play around. I gotta figure out what I did. I think I changed my loadout here, and I didn't mean to, because I ended up switching. I got a gun, a bunch of guns, and then I scrapped them all. Well, not all, but so I think I switch. Yeah. So I upgraded the gun, even though it's not as cool looking as the other one, but that's okay, because I believe they're all pretty customizable once you get going. But it's a whole learning experience for me, just messing around with some things, trying to figure buttons out, what each thing does. The one thing I noticed with the game that off and on, it will switch over to my second monitor. And like I said, I got a 40-inch display that I play my games on, and then I have a 19 that I use for my Discord and for OBS when I'm watching that and stuff. And I've noticed with this game that there's times after a loading screen that'll instantly jump over to my 19-inch, and then I have to go into the graphics and change it back to the other display. I'm not really sure why that is. I know sometimes with dual displays, the mouse will wander. I know, I think Borderlands 2, if you move the mouse too much and I go off the screen, I have no movement over my character. So I have to put it in window mode so that the mouse stays in the one window. But other than that, I think it'll be fun to play this. It'd be cool. I mean, it'd be cool to play with other people, and maybe I can learn something from them. But for the most part, I think it'll be fun to just play around. Give me something to do. Maybe tide me over till whenever Godfall comes out. I don't know when that's due. Or maybe it'll be just enough to keep me busy until the Division, pulls their head out, basically, of where they have it inserted. But we'll see. It's one of them things. I'd love to see this game get fixed, because I've read there's a lot of negativity towards it. So I mean, it'd be cool to see them get it, get it repaired, or to a state where it makes people want to really get into it. But at this point, in the price point that it's at right now, if it's just fun to play, that's enough for me. It's really enough for anybody, to be honest. But I mean, there's parts about the Division that's fun, or Division 2. But like I said, you don't get anywhere when you have to make yourself play a video game, because then you just don't enjoy it. It's like anything. It's like going to work. If you don't like your job and you make yourself go, you just don't get the performance you want. So hopefully they'll make some adjustments. They'll fix a few things. They'll bring it to the game that I know it can be, because they've already done it once, with Division 1. So, I mean, they did it once, they can do it again. But in the meantime, I'll probably bounce around from this game and, some other things. I watched a few more of my tank replays, and there's some pretty cool stuff. But I really I'm hoping in a way that, what I'm really hoping is that Godfall is the game that I can get into and showcase. It's like like when Death Stranding came out, everybody grabbed Death Stranding and started playing it. I didn't play it. I watched some of the playthroughs, and that's a lot of times it'll do. If I'm not really interested in the game, or if I'm semi-interested, I'll watch the playthrough. Like Jingles, I watched Jingles play Delivers to the Moon. I'm like, it's a fascinating game, but it's not something I'd want to play. So I just, instead of watching TV or the news, which is so wonderful lately, I just watched Jingles play that game, and it saved me from having to buy it. I've watched that with a few ones. Like right now, I'm watching Game Daddy play The Witcher, because The Witcher is a very cool game, but it's not a type of game that I would be able to get into. There's just not enough creativeness. It's like Call of Duty, playing a single player mode in Call of Duty. You do what it tells you to do, and there's really not a bunch of, like this. You have quests, but you can actually control your character and do different things with their appearance and skills or whatever. And that's what I really get into. So that's about it. game's about over. Like I said, I stopped it before I started the mission. So I just want to thank you guys. I've had a couple of people view and stuff. Really awesome. Creative feedback would be great. Love to hear from you. So thanks for spending your time watching my videos.